door and walk in this apartment building. We start fighting these guys. My uncle
Yo,
kicks.
yo, yo. Adam, you throwing down like that? Alright, y'all. What is pop? I know what time it is when I put the hat on, man. Yeah, I know what time it is when I put the hat on, man. We got Adam Calhoun, better known as A Cal. He done proved himself to me, in my opinion. He done did what he was supposed to do in that last song. Um, but he went to prison? What? Oh yeah, now I know why they so real, bro. And from what I heard, not only he went to prison, Broadax went to prison too. Yeah, I know I gotta see what he talking about after this. But let's see what he talking about. He said, learn from his mistakes. That's good, man. That's a blessing. Honestly, it's a blessing when you do that. You go in and you learn, you come out, be successful. And now you could share your story and touch somebody else that's going through that. And he could relate it in his music too, as the experience. We all that we do, bro, in this life is an experience to pass on. It's all about passing on to the youth that's coming behind us. So yeah, that's basically all it is. So let's get into it, man.
Styles gonna pour enough fucking food to me. But I tell you what, but bitch, we got views. You want to talk about like when you did like the jail stuff? Do you want to? Was that so that happened? So I
Goon
was
Squad.
24.
I like that chair.
I
Yeah,
was
I think I should
24
cop
years
that
old.
chair for my reaction channel.
My parent, my
This old chair
parents, my
hanging in with
mom
me.
and
It's an OG.
who she's still married to this day, and they went on vacation. My brother Danny still lived with my mom. So he's like, hey, we're having a party tonight. So I go over there, and long story short, it was the end of the night. Shit was getting rowdy. There were these guys in this apartment building right that was butted up to my backyard, and they're talking shit and they're throwing shit down and everything like bottles and weird shit at us. And I'm about to leave, and as I'm leaving, I hear my brother's girlfriend be like, Adam, Danny's climbing up the balcony. So I hop the fence, climb up the balconies with my brother, and we walk in. We open the door and walk in this apartment building. We start fighting these guys. My uncle
Yo,
kicks.
yo, yo. Adam, you throwing down like that? You throwing hands? You squabbling, bro? Come on, man. Yeah, I know I throw them hands up, man. Go check my Instagram if you don't believe me. Got videos, man. I really be in there. I really spar. I really box. So go check it out, man. I respect a nigga that could throw them dukes up, man. Throw them dukes up, man.
The door down. It's a big melee. It's a fight, and a lot of people, like the guys in the apartment, got hurt, and
Yo,
we got charged. They tried to charge us with a home invasion. Uh,
what?
One of the guys ended up we fought this for 2 years. So I was 24 when it happened. When the case was over, I was 26. Uh, in those 2 years, one of the dudes died of a drug overdose. The other one died with gang violence. He got shot. There was only one other guy who's still trying to press charges because he got his orbital broke and like lungs punctured and shit like this. They ended up dropping it down to aggravated battery, great bodily harm. And since we had never had any felonies on our records before, it was just they dropped it down to aggravated battery and great bodily harm, and we got probation. And people were pissed. Yeah. And it might have been probably because we're white. I've never said that in my life. I've actually never said that in my life. I'll tell you this though: if we would have been in Cook County, like Chicago area, Cook County, we wouldn't even been in court. It wouldn't even have been. We wouldn't even gotten in trouble. Yeah. But it was in Will County. Yeah. And we ended up getting charged with aggravated battery, great bodily harm, and stuff like that. I was on probation. After 2 years of this fight in this case, I was on probation for 3 months. Was in a bar. I just got stabbed in the arm a week prior, and I felt this pain in my side because there was a fight breaking out. I'm in the middle of a fight. I felt this pain in my side. I'm like, I'm getting fucking stabbed again. My first reaction, I was like, boom. And it was a cop. He was tasing me. And his face, blew up. He hit the ground. And as I... Yeah. And they beat
Them
the
dukes
dog
up.
shit out of me, all the way to jail. And
You gotta bat. You gotta
I
Box
got
through that
aggravated
shit.
battery and great bodily harm on a police officer while I was on probation, and they were like, no.
Yeah.
I was 26 years old. I fought that case for 2 years, bonded out after about, I don't know, 4 months, 10 grand. It was a $100,000 bond, so we had to pay 10%, 10 grand. And then I fought that case for 2 years, and I pled out to a 3 year sentence. And I went downstate Jacksonville at 28 years old, right before my 29th birthday, and I did a year and a half. I came home when I was 30.
Because you said there you did, they give you good time.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Illinois, so as long as it's not a Class X felony or above, mine was a Class 1, which is right before a Class X. You do basically, if it's a 10 year sentence, you do five,
Yeah.
five, 2.5, 3,
Yeah.
year and a half, same shit. So
Um, so all that
My
happened.
dog
You
was
do a year
thugging,
and a half.
fighting, just duking it out.
You you finish that. When you come out, are you? Is it flat? Did you flat like when you was in there? Did you flatten your sentence? You didn't come out on probation.
But I swear I did most of my fighting in middle school, bro. Middle school, like if you know anything, middle school was the days. If you didn't have a rough middle school, you wasn't prepared, bro. Like middle school prepared you for anything. I swear to God, like middle school was crazy as fuck, bro.
Again or anything
no,
like
I
that?
came out on parole.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, so just for everyone out there, just for some perspective, to people, I've been in and out of jail since the day I could go to jail. Since the day I was legally able to go to jail, I was in and out of jail my whole teenage years and 20s and everything. Um, but to go to prison a year and a half to most guys that do hard time, 10, 15, 20 years, a year and a half is like
Bullshit.
nothing.
Right.
To me, for me to be gone a year and a half, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is real life. This is real life.
Yeah.
This is fucked. But
I mean, it is fucked though. It is fucked.
looking back on it, prison was probably the best thing that ever happened in my life. Just made me.
You learn from that
Yeah, I
shit.
worked out every day. I learned things about myself and other people, watching people and things like you just watch how people move.
Yeah, you got a
Um,
lot of time to
and
think,
it
bro.
was it just made me mentally strong, physically strong, and I came home and I was bound and determined just to
On go,
work my
yeah.
ass off. I knew and it was a long road. You know what I mean? It was a long fucking road. I mean, I started like in my brother's basement. You know what I mean? I had nowhere else to go.
And is that when you was working at the
Had it rough,
No,
bro.
I didn't start there. No, when I got home from prison, I was shoveling.
whatever you could get?
I was
Yeah.
shoveling snow in the winter.
Yeah.
The only dude that could speak English. Was a lot of Hispanic guys. I was towing cars. Um, I was mowing lawns.
Yeah.
I was cleaning carpets, which was the most degrading job. You go into these people's houses and they're like beautiful houses, and you're in there with this steamer just cleaning their carpets, and they're looking at it. It's just
Yeah.
I hated that fucking job.
Because
But
with you having the record.
I did that shit too.
shit,
Yeah.
And when I finally did get into the union and into the plant that I worked at, my buddy had called me, Eric. Eric, thank you. Uh, he said, "Hey, do you want a job? If you show up right now, they'll give you the job." I said, "What about my background?" They said, "They don't care. Just show up." I left everything I was doing. I showed up and right on the spot, and I started the next day. And I was on like a 90-day probation, and if I made it through the 90 days, then I got hired, and I thought that's it. I thought that was my goal. And I didn't have a car, so I walked to the train station a couple miles every day, got downtown, and
Yeah,
hopped on the L and took that out to Inglewood, Chicago,
yeah.
which was like one of the worst probably the worst neighborhood in Chicago. Um, and that's where the plant was, and that's
Well,
where
he from the shy.
I made it.
Yeah.
I made it. I got my son. I got a job. I got insurance. I got benefits. After like a year working there, I got a car.
Stability.
Mhm.
You finally starting to get.
Yeah,
those stability.
and
Yeah.
Margie was around back then, and
See, the thing is, once you got that stability and you able to balance, now you could do like say you got that stability, right? This is stability. Now you're able to balance that. So it's on you how you want to go about it. You could either spend it on dumb shit and just keep in that circle, or invest it into a career and leave that stability and just take off. It's up to you. I'm just saying.
We're able to afford this little duplex, little shithole, but she polished it up and put glitter on it and made it look like a home.
Yeah.
You know. Do I sound just so fucking depressed
No, man.
talking?
No, dude.
I'm like listening to myself. I'm like, man, motherfucker.
It's your story though, dog. We're fixing to get to. It's fixing to start picking up though.
So Margie. So there's this tattoo
Start having
on
flashbacks.
my arm. I don't know if you can see it, and it's a lighthouse. And on the bottom where the stone is, there's an M, and that's for Margie. Because I would be coming home and it'd be dark as fuck. It'd be 8 and 9 o'clock, and that train would be pulling in, and not at night. And no matter if it was 5 feet of snow out or raining or whatever the fuck, I'd always see her headlights, and I just felt so taken care of.
Yeah, that's hard.
I was
That's
freezing,
hard.
my clothes were soaked.
Shout
I
out to
smelled
that.
like shit.
Shout out to a strong, powerful woman. Shout out to that. Yeah.
That's the
Shout out to that.
symbolism of that,
Yeah.
the lighthouse and that.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
And
cool, man.
she was there when, I mean, it's going on 8 years. She was there, you know, through all the alcohol and going out and not coming home on the week. I wouldn't even come home. I was a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
I've been searching, I guess, my whole life
Damn.
for something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's probably like goes back to what you were saying when you was younger, man. It was just like that. It was that void. You know what I'm saying? Like you were talking about that you were, and the chip on your shoulder. And
Yeah, but you know what's crazy though? Like, you know how many motherfuckers grow up with no dad? That ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like first world problems. You
yeah,
know what I
it
mean?
just
Like,
affects everybody differently. I guess.
it didn't. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't. It's like, okay, cool. You didn't grow up with your dad. Big fucking deal. Get over it, right? All right. Oh, you had it rough. You didn't get everything you wanted when you were little. Get over it. And that's how I am now. Like, motherfucker, you're 42 years old. You can't. There's a time in your life where you got to make a decision.
Damn, 42? Boy, you look 26.
You're an adult now.
Yeah.
It's now it's on you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you went without. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that all that shit happened because it made me not be a fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Growing up without a dad, I did too, and a lot of people did, bro. But it turns you got to be a man earlier on, cause if you look at it, bro, niggas that have dads, they help them out in that that when you turn like I would say 12, bro. For me, it started at 12. Like you start experiencing life shit. So 12 to like 19 is like a lot of life shit thrown at you. And your dad is there to help you, bro. He there to like be your backbone. But when you don't have that dad, you can't turn to your mom, bro. Like you gotta be her backbone. So you turn into the backbone early on, bro. Like you gotta like go through some shit. You gotta like man up. But yeah, I could relate to him, bro. Damn, grew up without a dad, had it rough, bro. Like working regular 9 to 5 jobs, just but always knew what his mind was on, and that was music, bro. So he used his income to elevate in music. He did it smart. He wasn't. He said he was a fucking like just doing dumb shit, bro. Going out partying and never come home. But his girl stuck there through everything, alcoholism, all that shit. So it's not easy, bro. If you going through a hard time, bro, just stick it out, bro. You gonna get there. Just stop doing dumb shit. And be smart with your money. But let's get 200 likes on this motherfucker. Run them likes, man. And comment below what video should I react to next, man. But we out here. And y'all see my TikTok below, man. Go ahead and follow that. I'm gonna drop all the highlights to my reactions. Go ahead and tag the artists. And y'all already know, man. 30K we coming.